The modern internet operates on a rigid paradox. It was engineered to route packets across the globe with extreme efficiency, yet the simple act of transferring a file directly between two adjacent computers remains an exceedingly complex engineering challenge. Peer-to-peer connections are blocked by stateful NAT firewalls dropping unrequested inbound TCP packets. To bypass this, the standard workaround uses a centralized client-server model, requiring a full upload before the recipient downloading. This architecture mathematically cuts transfer bandwidth in half, taking twice as long. Furthermore, relying on a cloud relay introduces privacy risks. Connection metadata is exposed to the service provider, and highly sensitive proprietary data is left resting on external third-party hardware. Croc, an open-source command line tool developed by Zach Scholl, targets this exact inefficiency. Written in the Go programming language, it acts as an invisible orchestration layer. It facilitates secure, full-duplex peer-to-peer data transfers, regardless of network topologies. The user simply enters a disposable code phrase, and the software handles the rest. Croc's foundation in Go is vital to its deployment. It compiles into a single, statically linked binary that runs on Windows, Mac OS, and Linux without requiring heavy language runtimes, background daemons, or user accounts. To understand how it achieves this, we need to break down its three operational mechanics: its local UDP discovery phase, its external TCP relay stapling, and its password-authenticated key exchange. Engineering a tool that removes this much friction requires significant architectural abstraction. To evaluate the integrity of that design, we have to examine the specific technical pillars of the protocol. Croc's architecture is governed by a strict routing principle. Always prioritize the most mathematically efficient path available before pushing data out to the public internet. When a user initiates a transfer, Croc does not immediately connect to the WAN. Instead, its initialization phase actively probes the local subnet to determine if the recipient is sitting on the same physical or virtual network. It achieves this using a pure Go library called Peer Discovery, which operates via User Datagram Protocol, or UDP, multicast packets. Looking at this local subnet topology, we can see the sender broadcasting UDP multicast packets across the local area network. These act as a query, searching for a node holding the matching cryptographic phrase. If the recipient is on the same local network, they catch this UDP broadcast and instantly reply, which reveals their local IP address to the sender. With the local peer identified, Croc dynamically bypasses the external public relay. It routes the encrypted payload directly over the LAN using a standard TCP connection, entirely ignoring the external router. By isolating the traffic locally, the transfer achieves raw gigabit hardware speeds, maintaining isolation from ISP throttling and internet bandwidth limits. If the local UDP probe fails, Croc pivots to the WAN scenario: two computers located in different geographic regions, separated by the open internet and hidden behind different NAT gateways. As established, perimeter security appliances aggressively filter incoming traffic. Without manual port forwarding, two nodes cannot physically shake hands across the wide area network. However, as this diagram illustrates, while firewalls block incoming traffic, they are designed to permit standard outbound TCP connections, treating it as common web activity. Croc leverages this outbound trust. By default, it utilizes a lightweight public relay server operating on port 9009. Because both the sender and receiver initiate outbound TCP connections to this central digital rendezvous point, local firewalls permit the traffic. Once connected, the sender is placed into a virtual room. The relay assigns this room's identifier by reading the first three characters of the generated secret code phrase. When the receiver connects with the same phrase, they are dropped into that exact same virtual room. Now, the relay executes a connection stapling phase. It physically bridges the incoming TCP connection of the sender directly to the outgoing TCP connection of the receiver. Crucially, it enters blind pipe mode. It operates at the transport layer, forwarding heavily encrypted data bytes from one socket to another. It never caches the files and never accesses plaintext data. To maximize throughput across this established tunnel, Croc multiplexes the data stream. It opens distinct, simultaneous TCP connections across ports 9010 through 9013, streaming encrypted file chunks concurrently. Unlike the sequential model of cloud storage, the receiver begins reconstructing the first segment of the file the instant the sender has uploaded it. This outbound connection stapling neutralizes the NAT barrier. It delivers a fluid user experience without sacrificing the efficiency of peer-to-peer routing. But routing the data is only half the equation. The core cryptographic dilemma remains. How do two unauthenticated nodes agree on a massive, unbreakable AES-256 session key across an untrusted relay without an eavesdropper intercepting it? If users rely on shortcodes to secure standard cryptography, any attacker capturing the handshake can take the data offline and mathematically brute force the password in fractions of a second. Croc solves this utilizing a protocol known as SPAKE2, or Simple Password Authenticated Key Exchange. This mathematical flowchart shows SPAKE2 in action. The nodes execute an elliptic curve Diffie-Hellman exchange, but the mathematical values are heavily obscured by blinding factors. These blinding factors are derived directly from the code phrase, allowing the two parties to negotiate a high-entropy key without ever transmitting the password itself. The mathematical theory is sound, but implementation is hazardous. When engineers deploy custom cryptographic parameters instead of relying on formally verified libraries, they invite the risk of structural flaws. In 2021, the German security research group Red Rocket disclosed CVE 2021-31603, an algorithmic flaw in Croc's custom implementation that allowed an attacker full plaintext recovery of transferred files. Here is the architectural flaw in that implementation. SPAKE2 mathematically requires public, predetermined parameters, denoted as U and V, to blind the exchange. Croc's custom codebase erroneously allowed the sender to dynamically generate these identities on the fly. An active attacker could intercept the relay connection, generate these parameters themselves, and supply them to the receiver. Because the attacker generated the parameters, they could explicitly dictate the discrete logarithm of the exchange. This manipulation effectively stripped the mathematical blinding factor. It reduced the session key entropy down to the strength of the weak passcode, allowing the attacker to brute force the AES GCM key offline and decrypt the payload. While the developer patched that flaw, separate application layer vulnerabilities emerged in 2023. Auditors disclosed a flaw where malicious zip archives transferred via Croc bypassed interactive overwrite prompts, allowing path traversal attacks to silently overwrite critical system files. Concurrently, researchers found that receivers passing their secret codes as direct command line arguments exposed those keys in plaintext to anyone monitoring the local Unix process tree, forcing the developer to move to secure environment variables. By moving the technical burden of NAT traversal and key exchange into the background, the software streamlines the transfer process. However, that design choice concentrates the security model into the proprietary codebase handling the handshake. For individual developers, this zero configuration functionality is an asset, but in a heavily monitored corporate environment, a tool that requires no accounts and punches directly through NAT represents a severe security liability. Croc operates as a highly efficient shadow IT exfiltration vector. A compromised endpoint or a rogue employee can establish a secure outbound connection entirely bypassing the organization's complex public key infrastructure. As we see in this diagram, because the payloads are ephemeral, AES GCM encrypted, and routed over standard TCP ports, they effectively blindhold traditional deep packet inspection and data loss prevention firewalls. Attempting to block this activity via IP block lists is often futile. The relay infrastructure is decentralized. A bad actor can spin up a self-hosted Croc relay on an untracked virtual private server in a matter of seconds. Security operations centers have to adapt. Because the perimeter cannot inspect the payload, defenders must pivot to strict endpoint detection and response, relying on process execution trees to monitor the local machine for anomalous execution. Organizations evaluating tools for ad hoc transfers face a decision. They must weigh Croc's pragmatic design against standard compliant alternatives like Magic Wormhole, which relies on a more rigorously peer-reviewed cryptographic baseline. The trade-offs are operational. Magic Wormhole provides vetted security, but it lacks the native ability to resume dropped transfers or send multiple unarchived files at once. Croc solves those exact workflow frictions, but carries a documented history of severe security disclosures. Absolute security and frictionless usability are frequently at odds. Croc erases the complexities of modern network routing, allowing data to move seamlessly across digital divides, but deploying it safely requires an uncompromising layer of vigilance at the endpoint.